welcome back. Let's get started in terms of how to set up Service Cloud Voice. First, we'll have to sign up a developer edition org. I'll give you the link in the description. You will have to navigate to this link, fill the first name, last name, job title, email address, company, and country. You can fill in any information. Just make sure that your email is correct and you can agree to the terms and you can mention that I'm not a robot and sign me up. So when you click on sign me up, it takes to the landing page, and within like few minutes you should be able to receive an email, and there you'll be able to see your login URL, username, and you can reset your password. While resetting your password, it will ask for a security question. Just remember that, and once that is done, you'd be landed in a similar page where it says developer edition and it will show you the welcome page. There was a transition in terms of how the developer edition orgs work right now, because this is enabled with capability of like Salesforce Agent Force, but we'll concentrate only on like Service Cloud Voice. In your top right hand corner is where you'll be able to access other tools, and we will access setup here. Setup is the page where you'd be able to access your developer edition org configurations, and this quick find tab is where you'd be able to navigate between other items. So the first setup part that we are going to look at right now is related to Omni-Channel. Even before that, we'll see what are the things that we are going to do right now. So there are some prerequisites where like you'll need to have a developer edition account, enable Omni-Channel. Omni-Channel is where you'd be able to receive your work items. Work item is where you'll receive your voice call within Salesforce, and we'll have to enable Salesforce as identity provider, and we'll look into Service Cloud licenses in this developer account. So first I'm gonna type in Omni in the setup. So you can see Omni-Channel settings, where you'll have to enable Omni-Channel settings. This would be the very first step. And once this is done, you can type an identity provider, and you can enable identity provider as well. I'll tell you what happened behind the scenes, but these are the very first steps. So these are kind of the prerequisites. Now that we have seen why did we enable identity provider, is that whenever a user goes online in Omni-Channel, user is logged into Amazon Connect as well. So how does this works is where we would be enabling Salesforce as identity provider and Amazon Connect as service provider. So there is a metadata exchange that needs to happen, and this is based on the certificates where your SAML authentication happens. So that's the reason that we enable identity provider in Salesforce, where when we enabled, you might have seen that there is also a certificate that gets generated. So when we create a contact center, all this metadata information gets passed to AWS, and these are all kind of pre-configured setup where Salesforce handles everything for you. All you'll have to just enable identity provider in Salesforce. Now, if you're wondering how do I know whether this org has the licenses or not, so you can type in company information, where you'd be able to identify all your licenses part. So how do I check is that in setup quick find, you can just type in company information. There is something called permission set licenses that you'll be able to see these two types of licenses. I'll quickly go to company information. You can see permission set licenses, and you can show 10 more and then 20 more. Most likely you'd be able to see it now. So it is under the name of Service Cloud Voice user, which has like 2 licenses. None of them are like assigned to anyone, so 2 licenses are free. And similar to that, you have partner telephony license as well, which is like 5 count. Now, what do you need to know in terms of like the difference between these two? So Service Cloud Voice comes in 3 different flavors that depends on the telephony provider. So when choosing the licenses, you'll have to determine whether do you want to go with AWS as a telephony provider, or there are other providers like Genesis, Doctus, and a number of like telephony providers. Do you want to use them? So if you want to use AWS, then you can go into this path where Salesforce gives a couple of options still. Where do you want to own your AWS account, or do you want Salesforce to own the AWS account? So the advantage over Salesforce owning your AWS account is that you don't have to like pay two different billing, where Salesforce will be able to manage your voice billing for AWS as well. But if in case that you want to use other services along with this, or you already have an AWS account for your customer, in that case you can go with Service Cloud Voice for partner telephony option. But you are like brand new and you want just one billing, then you can go with Service Cloud Voice with Amazon Connect. Along with partner telephony, this has a similar name where like just choosing the license, you would see the similar naming as partner telephony, but it is kind of partner telephony with Amazon Connect. So these are the key differences where like when you say Service Cloud Voice with Amazon Connect, Salesforce handles the billing part. But when you say Service Cloud Voice with partner telephony from Amazon Connect is where like you're bringing in your own Amazon account and integrating with Service Cloud Voice. Again, like how do I set up? There are like three flavors beyond this, where like the third flavor is something kind of legacy. You shouldn't like use it right now because not all features are supported in this. Where if you are creating a brand new contact center, you can use new Connect instance as an option. Or if in case that you already have a Connect instance that you have been either using CTI or standalone that you want to integrate with Salesforce, then you can choose this option as existing Amazon Connect instance integrated by Salesforce. So you can just utilize these two options. In our course, we'll concentrate more on AWS account because that's where you get a free account setup and you'd be able to learn this. So we'll concentrate more on this part. Now, coming back to the company information, that's the reason that you're able to see that Service Cloud Voice User is a native solution of like Salesforce, where Salesforce will handle your Amazon Connect instances, where the second option is purely for accounts where you're already having an Amazon instance and you want to integrate with Salesforce.